Shalamti. Again, I say Al Shalamti. To Nestalin. Welcome to Creator. Oh. I thought you said you ready on? Welcome, folks, for joining us here on Creative Family with You. My names are Dr. Richard Yates, and I'm given the opportunity of hosting this program. So I want you to get on the telephone. Text folks, call folks, and tell them to watch Creative Family with who? You. And we got a live audience right here. So folks in the studio here are excited for us to get this program on the air or out there for all of us to not only be entertained this evening, most of all to be educated or edificated this evening. Well, I tell you what, this program is sponsored and brought to you by the one and only WCTS. We're talking Creative Family Group, and to get in touch with them, the telephone numbers are 231-1820. 231-1820, and definitely the hours to call and get in touch with them. We're talking Monday to Friday. That'll be from 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then on Saturday, okay, that'll be a different hour altogether. So keep in mind, Monday to Friday, we're looking at 7 to 3, and Saturdays from 8 to noon. We're talking 12 o'clock. Lunch hour, okay? Those are the hours you can call, and you can definitely come on board and be part of the one and only, the WCTS Creator Family. Well, a lot is in store for you here this evening, and so I want you folks to tell others to watch and join with us here on a Saturday evening as we listen to several artists. And also, we have some guests, and definitely the one and only in the studio with me this evening is Chubby, I made you understand. So definitely be hearing from him. So stay with us, and much more will be heard as we go to our first musical video. And the one and only on the first musical video, you can't go wrong, because he is no stranger to us all here in Guyana, and definitely it is the one and only Spider. So tune with us as we watch this video and come forward with more information on Creators Family with You.
Spider-Man, I'm back and give my son some advice now. What is that? He said, don't mix business with pleasure. I mean,
hey, Nikki, what is the idea on the internet? What are you practicing? Oh, yeah.
Don't get bad. And if you reach up with your enemy, don't send trade. And if you're whining with them, think after the swing you get a blink. Make sure you use your latex. And if you know that you're driving, don't drink rum. Don't diss nobody, don't bust no gun. You tell them now if you hear no other sound, just turn up the bass and the drum. Party time, come catch the line. Yeah, party time. Watch the girl them a move and a wine. Party time. Mr. Rude Boy, don't bring your names down. Yeah, party time. Yo, because we done cover the city, yo, we done lock it up. Big booty ladies, girl, back it up. We done crack the code, done hack it up. Discover the evidence, we done map it up.
Turn down the sound, don't lock it up. Don't stop it up, don't think you're gonna wrap it up. Can we left in here till the morning, From me know you look good in your clothes, and you're always fresh like a rose. Go to girl, them a peep, wanna watch you.
Yo, we know the place getting hotter. No rat-a-tata, beer hot, yeah. Rolling with the shutters. Everybody in the club, that a lot. Euros and American dollars. So
Please don't call my phone. Don't bother me, just leave me alone. Tonight is
me bam bam. Girl just a wine and shake me bam bam. Up inna the session everything ram ram. No blam blam. Why? Are we out a GT? And everybody know we run the country. Are we out a GT? And now we got the GT money. The Guyanese woman them a number one. And the Guyanese woman really understand. The Guyanese, she woulda loved the internet. And if you be nice to she will never forget ya. Guyanese woman them a number one. And the Guyanese woman really understand. The Guyanese, she woulda loved the internet. And if you be nice to she will never forget ya.
Make money, make money, make money. Wait up. What? The boss is in the building while I'm going on a house vacation. This is the same place? Nice. I tell you what they said everything what you needed worry is big steps, easy cars we on the paper chase. I on the paper chase right now because I'm going to set somewhere else. But we can link up more right and I'm telling you right now and I think that I got it. What's the meaning of this? What? Oh,
I know what is going on here, you know.
Party time.
You're walking and you're drinking, brethren.
walking and drinking. Walking and drinking. For sure. I shouldn't supposed to walk in. I'm sorry, man.
Don't worry about
I'm sorry,
it.
yeah, but none of you working and drinking is bad.
Greetings and welcome forward to Creator Family with You. We're watching Spider. Now we're going to be hearing more about this young man named Spider before the program is out this evening. So you stay tuned because some of you may recognize him and says, wow, they're playing Spider. Well, you'll hear more about who is Spider. Who he was or who is he, all right? On this program. Let me say thanks to some people for making this program possible, and definitely we talk about Prompt Party Service. Prompt Party Service, Monday to Friday, we talk in the hours of 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's talking 1,600 hours, from 8 in the morning to 1,600 hours. Monday to Friday, you can call them. Also on Saturday at 8:30 to 1,300 hours, which is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're talking Prompt Party Service. You can give them a call and put in your request. Keep in mind, what I like about Prompt Party Service is that they work also on holidays. We're talking Sunday and holidays. So you can also get in touch with them, and they'll be willing and ready to do what? Deliver and pick up. Remember, the word is prompt. That's right, Prompt Party Service. So you give them a call. And definitely, let me mention those numbers again. And the numbers are 218-1031, okay, or 218-0437. 218-1031, or 218-0437. We're talking Prompt Party Service. There's a gentleman by the name of Carlton Ambrose. You folks heard of him before? Carlton Ambrose, Managing Director. We're talking builders and general contractors. These are guys that are willing enough to put your casa. Yeah, you know what the word casa means, right? Yes, right. We got a lot of Spanish-speaking people in Guyana, so we're going to do the bilingual thing tonight. Casa means house or home, all right? So if you want your home or your casa to be put together, great construction worker, we're talking Carlton Ambrose. And the telephone numbers will be 226-1318. 226-1318. Those are numbers to call, the office numbers there, right? And let me tell you, folks, when it comes to service, we deliver it here through this program, which is called Creator Family with You. I was told that his name is not only chubby, but he has an adjective in front of his name, and that would be ugly man. Ugly man, chubby. Welcome forward, Creator Family with You. Now, first of all, let me say this, right? I grew up in Guyana learning that ugly guys always get good-looking women. Is that true?
Well, you're asking me, right? So what you're saying, I'm ugly. You actually tell me that I'm ugly because my name is actually Ugly Man Chubby. I think I did trying to trick them with the ugly, you know. but you actually make I believe I ugly for true bad. So before I answer the question, I think I should ask the audience that question. Audience, I ugly or how do I look? No, if I look, I don't understand. Here what happened, because some people clapping for the yes and some people is clapping for the no. So if I look ugly, right? Clap. You see, I kind of surprised because when I did come in here earlier, right? I see a nice girl outside and I stop her and I said, good night, baby, and so on. And the girl responds to me real nice, And I feel kind of strange because they don't really do, nice girls don't really do the with ugly men.
Yeah,
so,
what I just said though,
yeah,
you
well,
open a bit. Yeah, what I said, open it.
I think that's
ugly guys always get the nice girls.
Well, I
How
know
is that
experience in
possible?
that. But I asked you because I find it kind of strange. I said, I said, I think I should ask you the question because I asked her for her number, and everything. She gave me her number, name, everything.
Did she give it in an ugly manner?
No, nice, you know what I mean?
All right.
So I said, baby,
So-
I asked her the question if I ugly. She said no.
Who give you that? Who could call you ugly, Chubby? How you come about with a name like that? Did you name yourself, or was you that baby that mommy give the name to?
Okay, what do you think?
Put your hat on, please.
Okay. Well, we don't go
Put back
wrong.
on.
Yeah, so I asked her, I said, baby, I ugly? You know what she said?
What you
She
said?
said no. So I asked her again. So I said, what happened? She said, you strange looking.
She was just being nice.
She was being nice. Okay.
Yeah, she was just being nice.
I understand.
But seriously speaking, you as people will use the term comedian,
Yeah.
but for some people they just have this natural gab about seeing a situation and making a laughter or a joke out of it. When did you first discover or notice that you just being, as they would say, frank, right? Telling something and people just followed laughing. When did this first happen for you?
Well, I think you might find this funny. I think I discovered it before I even born. Because when my mother found out that she was 3 months pregnant, right? She go and she tell my father, she said, honey, I'm pregnant. And you know my father tell she, you're making joke.
Hey!
But she didn't understand what the man. But she didn't understand what the man mean. 9 months after when the baby born, what do you think she make? Look at me, audience. It's a joke. You see, when I go on the stage, before I start talking, the people just don't start laughing, Sometimes wonder what they're laughing at.
Well, ugly man, Chubby, I'll tell you this. If you're making ugly money off of your ugliness, keep on being ugly, all right?
Well, that's the one that I get wrong, because I'm making ugly money, I'm making nice money. You ever see an ugly $1,000 bill? Well, there's all the nice girls just coming out.
Well, speaking of nice girl, you put a pause on that because we're going to go forward and watch this video by the King Pirate, okay? And we'll come forward with more of your ugliness. Oh, boy. Let me tell you something. You can live with your ugliness, boy. Make some serious money off of that.
It's 39 years of ugliness,
How many years?
39 years of ugliness.
39 years ugliness? Okay. Okay, coming up is a video titled with King Pirate. And as we watch this video, folks, you stay with us or get on the telephone and call folks and tell them you're watching Creator Family with you. Stay with us. Much more is coming up.
He attended QC, served in the army. He loved this country. He was a proud Guyanese. He took to the street for something he believed, standing up for his rights. That's how he lived and died. He was a lone soldier, fighting not for himself. He stood his ground, but wickedly he was gunned down. A lone soldier, may
his soul rest in peace. Courtney Crummy Wing will live on in history. With a loud hailer in his hand, he walked the street of Diamond, encouraging everyone to vote for the coalition. In a democracy, everybody should feel free to choose whoever they will to run their country. He was a lone soldier, fighting not for himself. He stood his ground, but wickedly he was gunned down. A lone soldier, may his soul rest in peace. Courtney Crummy Wing will live on in history. How he became a criminal, I do not know. The golden arrowhead on your casket now makes you a convict. Some may argue and fret, he was a nuisance more than a threat. Prezi, you say you believe in me, but can I believe in you? He was a lone soldier, fighting not for himself. He stood his ground, but wickedly he was gunned down. A lone soldier, may his soul rest in peace. Courtney Crummy Wing will live on in history.
With you. That was King Pirai. And folks, we hope that King Pirai music that will be played will be addressing what's happening, or what they say is in stream, which has to do with Mashamani coming up. Matter of fact, it's already here. All right, next month is just the parade. The children were performing on this day. I was made to understand they had the children parade today. Well, let me say this. Thanks to Fly VSAC Airlines for making this program possible. We're talking, they're allowing us to take you safely to your destination. This is Fly VSAC Airlines. Ogle to Mabaruma. And they're not going to leave you in Mabaruma, folks, okay? From Mabaruma to Ogle, they're returning. Ogle to Port Kaituma, and Port Kaituma to Ogle. Fly who? VSAC. And that's VZ or ZAK Airlines. And folks, you know, the nice thing about the Creator family group is that through them, you can get this service. So what you got to do is get in touch with the Creator family. We're talking WCTS. And their numbers again is call 231-1820, 231-1820. Remember the hours, Monday to Friday, what hour? We're talking 7 o'clock in the morning. That's how early and ready they are to serve you folks. Monday to Friday, 7 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And on Saturdays, we're talking 8 in the morning to noon, 12 o'clock. Give them a call. And you can definitely get more information about Fly Visac Airlines. Remember what these people promised to do? Take you there safely and bring you back home. All right? So you want to say thanks to Fly Visac Airlines. Much more will be coming up here concerning what Creator Family with You has to offer. Now, I want to also say, you know, when we have programs like this, we need to keep it on the air. And the reason why is because it is needed. It's nice to learn and at the same time support. You know, this fortunate thing, Guyana, we take television for granted. You know, we see a program come on, just because we didn't, we put on the channel, it gets it on free with the antenna, we think everything is free. It doesn't work like that, folks. So if you folks are interested in coming on board and sponsoring the program and keep it on the air, you can call me, yours truly, Dr. Yates. We're talking 693-3388. Those are my cell numbers. The numbers again are 693-3388. The telephone numbers to call me if you're interested in promoting your business, okay, your establishment, whatever you're doing. And there are many ways you can sponsor a program, folks. All right? So give yours truly, Dr. Yates, a call, and I'll be more than happy to give you information concerning how you can come on board, and we'll be more than happy to either interview you or to promote your ad on this program. All right? Thank you so much. Good. Well, I'm not mistaken. Yes, I said I'm not mistaken that ugly man Chubby has much more nice things to say, not ugly things. You were saying about your family, how they get into comedy?
Okay, where was I really?
Oh, you were in the studio. That's where you were.
Okay, and I'm still here.
And you're still here.
Yeah. Well, I was actually telling you, right? Now, comedy in my family didn't start from me, right? I grew up with a whole family of comedians.
Wow.
Yeah, my grandfather, well, I really from Linden, but I grew up in Borbis. You know, I spent a lot of time in Borbis.
Wait, slow down, son. Since you're a comedian, I want to get this straight.
Yeah.
Are you from Linden or of Linden? Because I thought you from your mother's womb.
Who's the comedian really here, man?
You said it's a big family.
Yeah, some kind
you
of
said
comedy
it's a
you
big
too, you know. I think you
family.
should. Yeah. So probably there's a big family, so I think it's a part of
part of the family.
The family, yeah.
Because I reside in Linden, that's why I had to put that word.
Okay, I was born in Mackenzie Hospital. So, you know, as Guyanese, we say we're from Linden.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right from half. My grandfather was a man by the name of Jacob Raffet. He was a real big politician in Linden, you know. He was a Bornamite.
Oh, boy. Oh, I got to give one of that.
Yeah. One of the greatest men, you know, of this century.
He was related to the emperor. You know, we call him Emperor LFS Burnham. When I said we, I mean me. Yeah. Now I hear folks running with it, which is it's okay, yeah. Right? Why do you think we call him Emperor LFS Burnham?
Emperor?
Yeah.
Because the kind of person that he was an emperor in my eyes, you know. And well, if you look at the word, the meaning of the word emperor, right? And then you look at Burnham, you know, it's
and what was his favorite color?
Burnham's favorite color?
Uh-huh. Tell him, folks.
Huh?
Purple.
You didn't even give me a chance, Adi.
I ain't giving you a chance. You're a comedian supposed to be like, bow, right there with that.
See, I didn't hear what. Not every time we just be like, bam, after that. We got to set it up.
Yes,
you understand?
Yes, set it up.
No, you didn't even know if I wanted to say purple, like if I wanted to give you, you know, some kind of rhyme and tell you something about some torkel and some relation to purple. You understand? No, you just let the whole thing out.
Well, you're too late. You just let it out.
Huh? No, you done, the audience done, you know what I mean, they done buying on it and everything, so I can't sell it anymore. Or I could sell something that is already bought.
You'd be surprised. How can you con a con man?
Con a con man?
Yeah, how can you con a con man?
But I could do that, just can you again.
Exactly. So you can sell it again.
Yeah, my grandfather was a very funny man. He was very educated, but he was very funny. And you see, to be a comedian, a lot of people think that, you know, to be a comedian, one of the criteria is just being ugly and, you know what I mean, just talking, just being funny. It's not just like that. You gotta actually get, you know what I mean, you gotta get a reasonable educational level, you know? You gotta be okay, you gotta went to school. So, yeah, because we just look at, we just do, for me especially, I do my jokes most on current affairs.
Good,
you know?
Beautiful.
And other than that, like everyday life thing that just happened, you know, I just, yeah. But I actually learned it from my grandfather, because I grew up seeing he just entertaining the whole family whenever we get family reunion and so on. And he just, you know, I mean, blow. And I think I squared to the comedian that like you, when he was, you know. He died at the age of 96. So give a clap for that audience, you know, 96. Four years
hold
shy
on,
of the
hold on.
century.
But if a person live at the age of 96, he can't dead, he just fell asleep.
Yeah, then my father take it up. And my father used to entertain, you know, he used to entertain the whole family, and he used to get me with the I was lucky, you know, because I was my grandfather's favorite grandchild, and I was my father's favorite son. You know, the ugly one, we got to get something going for it, though. You know, so I think I take, I take the comedy,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, yeah, from them.
What about being at school? It's because I like the point you make very well.
Yeah.
You're saying that a comedian should be a literate person also. A person who's educated, a person who's abreast with current affairs.
But I actually went to school, you know. You see, I had a second chance at going to school because I actually got shy out to school too, you know, but play school because I couldn't even play. You understand? So they hit me, but I had a second chance back, and I make it right, you know. I ain't make it right like you with all of these PhDs and all of that, you know. But I actually went to...
But what? Listen,
PhD.
no peeing up in here, okay? Ain't no peeing up in here, okay?
Okay. And all of these degrees.
Okay. And the thing about this is that this is only 1 degree I know in Guyana is the temperature. We don't go cool. So let me share this with you, because at the point I want to make across here with you is the fact that education is important.
Very important. Very, very important. You see, a lot of people, let me go back there again. A lot of people feel that being a comedian, you know, that you could just go out and talk. Yeah, you got to be, you know, without preparing.
Right.
You got to prepare.
Yes.
You got to prepare. You got to prepare. Whenever you're going on stage, you got to prepare. Sometimes when we go on stage, what the material that we prepare, it don't necessarily be the material that we just use, right? Because, you know, sometimes you're using the material, but when you look at the audience, the material and suit the audience. So you have to adjust. And you have to be smart. And in order to be smart, you have to have a foundation. And that's where the school comes in. You understand? So if you don't have a basic, anything without a foundation is nothing at all. You understand? You're going to freeze up and you're going to flatter. So you have to get a bit, you know. So this is why I encourage the youths. And, you know, in any art form, anything, if you want to be a dancer, you want to be in theater, you want to do comedy, you want to do music, anything, wherever you like, just go for it. But before, just know that you have to get a base. You have to get a foundation.
Yeah.
You have to go to school.
That's so true.
You know?
So
Education.
Speaking of that, let me ask you this learning question for the audience's sake, right? What was the name of your first teacher?
The name of my first, Miss John. A woman by the name of Miss John. I always remember her because...
Wait, what's Miss John's last name?
Miss John last name? Miss John.
Miss John?
That's her last name, John.
Oh, Miss John. What's the first name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
No, it could.
Wait. Elizabeth John?
No,
Elizabeth John wasn't your first teacher, man.
Huh?
Elizabeth John? That couldn't have been your first teacher. Your
My first teacher was my mother.
All right, then.
I got you.
That's why I was trying to find out who's this John Paul you're talking about. If you didn't say mommy, then it couldn't be.
But you didn't know who was Elizabeth John.
I do. She was your
Elizabeth
mother.
John was
She
my
was your mother.
I got to light up. I got
But you know
pull
what?
up fast.
Listen, I asked a lot of people that question.
Yeah.
Who was the first teacher? And they mention all kind of people, and they disrespect and forget mommy.
Mommy.
How can you forget mommy? Mommy is the first teacher. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
But I like what you're saying. Education goes parallel with whatever talent, okay, or skill you may have.
Even sports.
Exactly. But a lot of people don't realize that being a comedian is a talent, not only a talent, but it's a skill. It's a profession. And you just can't, a lot of people started out in comedy and they perhaps get booed on stage, whatever, and they didn't give up. They went home, they looked at how they deliver, and then what they did. In your situation, you were ever booed on stage before?
Well, I was booed on stage before, but here how I get booed. I actually get set up to get a boo. Here what? When I first started mainstream comedy, doing comedy on a real big stage, right? It was with a company by the name of Murray Javan Comedy Jam, right? The producer and the managing director for that show was a man by the name of Ron Morrison. He resides in Suriname right now. Now, here what he used to do. He used to, if we go into Linden example, right? If we go into Linden for those show, he would show all of our jokes, my joke, because I was the top comedian for the show at that time, right? I was the comedian, was the most demand comedian. I was the one that everybody, you know, used to want to see. Coffee. This one of my name to Coffee, Ugly Man, you know, Chubby. When I go into Linden, everybody excited to see Chubby. So here we used to do now, just to sell the show, he used to be showing a lot of my pieces, a lot of my pieces, you know, some of my most funny pieces, he would show it whole day on the TV station in Linden and on the radio. So everybody hear it, you understand? And when I go to Linden to perform now, remember, he paying me. He wanted to do these same jokes. Because these is the jokes that the people coming to see.
Yeah.
You understand? And there's a funny thing with comedians now. It's not like we're doing a skit, like we're doing a drama piece.
Right.
It's stand-up comedy. So it's like, okay, let me give another example now. If I'm doing a short skit, if I'm coming to Linden to do a short skit, right? We would advertise the skit, and people would come to see it. When they come, they want to see the same skit, and they would see it and laugh, although they already see it on TV. But if I'm doing stand-up comedy now, and we advertise the same joke that I'm going to be doing at the show, we advertise it on the TV, on the radio, and everything, line for line, right? When I turn up the night on the show, I can't do them same jokes, you know. Although the people come to hear them jokes, I can't do it. Because if I do it, I can get booed. You know why? Because they already hear it. And they don't know the punchline before even delivering it. And that's what happened. The man said, yo, Chubby, you got to do these jokes. This is what the people coming for see. Now he paying me. You understand? And the funny thing about it, the people just come for hear the same joke. But when they come and you talk, it just boo you because they want to hear it. Just when they realize that they want to hear it. So as a comedian, you got to know how to adjust. And at that time, I was really young in it. But I bounced back real big. You know, I bounced back and I in one of the biggest show in this country, one of the biggest comedy show. We just finished on Censored 10. That is on in December. And I started in part 1. And that was after Maury Javan. After all the big booing and all that. Yeah, and 10 years after, I'm still in it. Last December, we did part 10. You know, Uncensored. I know if you all heard about Supposed to heard about Uncensored. Once you're in Guyana, you're supposed to know about Uncensored. The biggest.
I'm trying to pick your face on the TV.
The biggest comedy show in Guyana, Uncensored. Followed by None to Laugh About. But I'm not in None to Laugh About, I'm in Uncensored.
Yes,
It's the biggest comedy show, the biggest thing in comedy in Guyana. The biggest thing ever happened to comedy in Guyana. Uncensored. This way, you know, they crowned the best comedian for the year.
Right. Speaking of that, I tell you what, we'll get more of this, but for now, let me see, folks, you probably just got into the house, you put the television on, and you're hearing Ugly Man Chubby.
That's me.
And you're seeing for the first time Dr. Yates hosting this show, which we're talking, it's titled Creator Family with You. And this is definitely WCTS Creator Family Production. And the telephone numbers to call, we're talking the hours of 7 in the morning, Monday to Fridays, at 3 in the afternoon, 7 to 3. The numbers to call would be 231-1820, 231-1820 are the numbers to call so that you can definitely sponsor or support or come on board with the Creator Family with You. Stay with us as we queued up this particular video by Joe Mo. We're talking one people, one what? Nation. Joe Mo coming up with us here and hear what he's saying, all right? Keep in mind, it's Joe Mo, one people, one nation. Full joy the video.
I pledge myself
This is my land.
to honor always
This is your land.
the flag of Guyana.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. This is my land. Oh, yeah. Oh, everybody. We are one people, one nation, one destiny. Everybody sing it. One people, one nation, one destiny. Here we go. My people is marching again. It's a time for celebration. We are a country of 6 races, free of mind and ease the tension. Why we fight each other when we live together? We need each other so we can make this masqueraders coming down the road. Where the spirit of Marshman, we unfolds togetherness is the only thing that shows. Cause the freedom is celebrating. When you see on the races uniting, let's make it last forever. Cause we only got one life to live. Because we are one people, one nation, one destiny. Everybody sing it. One people, one nation, one destiny. Everybody sing, oh, yeah. This is my love. Yeah. I love my love. Everybody, everybody, everybody. Every creed and races come together, represent this nation. Wherever you may be, let's put our differences aside and work together side by side. We can sing this nation high. One people, one nation, one destiny. That's everybody singing. One people, one nation, one destiny. Don't let nobody tell you everybody sing. One people, one nation, one destiny. No one's here with one people, one nation, one everybody put your hands up in the air and say, oh, yeah, this is my love, this is where I'm from, that's where I'm from. Everybody put your hands up, one people, let's go. Ha! Straight out of the box, come with your flag, you're on, represent where you come from, like that.
Welcome forward, folks, to Creator Family with you. Well, Vanilla did mash up the place, and we were supposed to be Say Mojo. However, I tell you what, this evening we are giving you, the viewers, the opportunity to encourage other folks to be part of a program that involves you and them. That's why it's called Creator Family with who? You. All right? Well, we've got another gentleman here, the one and only Mr. Washington is in studio with us. What an honor. Come on, folks. Wow, wow. Mr. Washington, welcome forward here in the program. And for those, let me tell you this. I never like to take television for granted. Meaning, don't always think because you're on TV is the same people watching and seeing. Never, never, never. In this field, there's always new people watching the program, in tune to the program, want to know what's going on. They probably just got in the house, put on the television, and they're seeing a good-looking guy like you on TV.
Oh, thank you for that. Alongside the ugly man.
Alongside the ugly man. No wonder you're looking good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So they want to know, indeed, about who's Mr. Washington, and tell us more. Matter of fact, along with telling us about the things you've been doing in this country, Guyana, for a lot of folks, I know you go way back, all right? Tell us a little about Spider. Yeah, because he played the earlier.
Great Neck Guyana, Spider. Spider, wonderful soul that passed and gone. Young brethren, young producer, passed. And there's the reason why we livicate that song during party time. And it is a mash season, so we just keeping it real. But for the folks them that don't really know Spider, if I tell you Spider right name, I would be lying to you because I don't really know it. But Vision Songs and other artists, especially like Iwater, another one that passed, those are the people them. So it's Mashramani and Spider hit it within coming out as Spider-Man on the radio, everybody had known it. And I was very privileged to meet Spider during when we had a Creator Family tour with a contingency of artists that came from Jamaica, because Creator Family is really a Jamaican contingency more than Guyana contingency. So Spider had joined the bandwagon at that time when we come down because he gave me the support, and I never get the time span back that he passed to say, listen, Spider, these are the things. So, matrimony time, and I say party time, and the Spider dies. That is the reason why we played that song for Spider.
Wonderful.
And the word is tribute, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
You see, and there's no con in front of that. Contribute, no, it's tribute, right?
Yeah.
Well said. You mentioned about Jamaica and about Creative Family. Does this have anything to do with the one and only Marcus Messiah Garvey?
It has a whole lot to do with Marcus Messiah Garvey because Creative Family did Back to Fest in 2015 in one of the places that Marcus Garvey had started the Black Star lineup because it is located in Kingston, Jamaica. And for those who don't know, there's Marcus Garvey Drive, but there's a small proportion of area what they might mostly call the ghetto. So, and it's back to, but the original name for that place is Majestic Garden. So what we did, we went into back to. We went into back to, and a youth died. A youth died. That is the only reason why now we are having the full history. How Creative Family started Back to Fest. A youth died. And his mother couldn't afford for the funeral. So I said, listen, that is normally keep a 9-night. And this 9-night that they keep it, here what is the 9-night? If you born today and you die tomorrow, but you bury 7 months after the day before you bury, that is your 9-night.
Wow.
So what we did is start a show, Back to Niceness. And we did like 11 shows. And then we come out to a Back to Fest. But no people never know how we really started that. And it's youths from the right ghetto there. You're going to see some artists. On the program. It's from Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica. Those are the Creative Family. This is why we keep it. And it's not just Creative Family. It's Creative Family, the greater family. And it does not represent for my family or your family alone. As long as you're talking about the creator, the alpha, that is what we are talking about.
You know, I'm listening here, and what you're saying is so needed to be heard on television, especially now in Guyana, because it seems, like, for example, I left Guyana in the year 77.
77.
Right, and went to you.
I didn't born this.
Okay, all right. And went.
Got me kind of confused now.
Yeah, the year 77. And went to United States and make New York became my home state of residency. And very young, I left and went, and returned to Guyana in the year 97, which was 20, they call 20 years after. And what I've been observing about family here in Guyana and how a lot of, because of the outside influence,
Yes.
okay? Because when I left Guyana, Guyana was virtuous when I left Guyana.
It is still virtuous. So it didn't change from then. It's just that certain people start adapting.
But
to
you got to
the
be
wrong.
privileged.
Yeah.
You
To the wrong.
understand?
Yeah.
To the
So I
wrong
understand
place.
what you said because I am not from since in the year 77, which I don't know what year was
You're
that.
from the year 79. That's 77.
I was born.
You was birth.
You were born.
You was
he
birth.
said, he born in the hand. He's a born boy. He's the born in farm country boy. Born.
Yo, comedian.
In the year, in the year 1979. I nearly forgot my
79.
date of birth, so, you know.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Seriously?
Yeah, so
Why you have to put the 19 in front of it, man? Make it some way older, man.
there's some
You take it for your grandfather.
Yeah, like way back then, right? We in the 20th century, but 19 something.
well, there's how we do it. In school, there's how they teach
That's why I
me,
make
so.
it nice. I say 7'7". You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you 7'9".
Hey, what happened?
And what happened?
Hey, I'm so curious about. Which year was 77?
7'7" was 7'7".
That was since the year we know what time was, huh?
No, but Chubby, let me stick to it because tonight is a busy schedule. Remember, we are celebrating the MASH. And if we celebrate the MASH, we must talk about Burnham, the emperor, because I endorse it. Dr. Yates was on a live program, and I came in and heard it, but the emperor, and I was like, yes, without even knowing. So I endorse the emperor. And as You said earlier, you see Burnham as the emperor. Haile Selassie is an emperor, and we could name some other emperor. Farrakhan is an emperor.
But you know, the emperor, yes.
Yeah.
But you know, well said.
Coffee train,
I'm glad you mentioned about the Emperor Haile Selassie right after Emperor Eliphas Burnham, because Eliphas Burnham met the Emperor.
Yes, I know that. I knew
But
that.
the viewers, we need to
I
share that
knew
with them.
that. I knew that.
Yes.
And that is how the
It take
golden
one emperor to
arrowhead.
another emperor, right?
The golden arrowhead was formed. When we have independence, it was instructed. So when Burnham went to meet the queen, he went there with full authority. He know what to say, he know
As an
when
emperor.
to say it. So he was well educated on that topic
And instructed.
of independence.
Yes.
Look for independence.
And
So-
that was our emperor of the Western Hemisphere, meaning from North America to South America, who can speak without having to read something. off
None
of-
at all. None at all. And he was very. And we're going to endorse it a little more. We're going to endorse it.
Yeah.
Burnham speak with authority because he always used words that could incorporate everyone. Comrade,
Yes, that's it.
sir, madam. Those are the things then. If you're bored, he say he will take care of you from the womb to the worm.
Wow, to the ground, wow.
So it's so because the same theory that most elders and leaders have, that someone would always be there to remember that these are the things that transpire. Dr. Yates, you were here to edify. We are here to enlighten.
Wow.
So
You know, when you were speaking in the manner and the rhythm, which I like to read people's body language when they speak. Because my mumu, which is my mother, taught me as a child when I was her waist high. She says anytime a leader, or a preacher, a politician, a teacher, a doctor, or anyone astute in society speaks, she says, son, always listen to what they're not saying. That's for you to keep in mind. What they're not saying,
Yes.
not what they're saying. And when you were speaking about the Emperor Eliphas Burnham, and the way you inscribed him and not described him, watch that word, I'm glad you are.
So,
You made it so visual for me to see this emperor riding the horse.
wow.
And-
I
and
only
when-
heard stories about that.
That's right. That's
Only
right.
stories.
You when Eliphas Emperor Burnham rides a horse in this country through the streets in Georgetown, people look up to the emperor. He was one. Even the horse name was one. It's a
Yes.
oneness, and with dignity and stature
And
and
in this,
uprightness.
in the same region, South Rumville.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
It's
Yes.
I
nice.
don't lean up.
Now we are so blessed, so fortunate, right? Now I like to use the word instead of blessed. I like to use the word baraka.
meaning,
It means beyond blessed.
well, I would go with that one.
Baraka, you see what I'm saying? And he was that, you know, so we're very, very fun. I'm proud of you for
Thank you.
engineering this program, putting it together, and sharing the history about Marcus Messiah Garvey, another
There's such
emperor,
more. There's
another
such more.
emperor.
There's such
all
more
right?
because I'm going to give you a little easy. In depth. Bruce Golden, Stephen Golden's son. There's one of the guys them that head in the Marcus Garvey organization right now and continue. And those guys willing to come into Guyana and let people know the things them that Marcus Garvey, because enough people never know that Marcus Garvey was a liar. This is one of the things them that they never know. Any man that could stand up and defend not only their rights, the rights for other people, that is an emperor.
You said Marcus Garvey was a what?
Liar.
No, I'm an attorney. So
Oh, Chubby is you. Chubby is you. I put it over for you. Use the comedian Chubby. Not really. Yes.
no, Mahatma Gandhi was a liar. But my boy was an attorney. Put it in his right perspective, right?
Yes,
You see what I'm saying?
Because he defended.
Yes, he was. Yes. And this is good to learn because a lot of our story is not being told.
Walter Rodney, people don't talk about
Walter
him.
Rodney, right?
And we could call the men them, but let's call some of the women them.
And it is so needed too. And also children. Do you know how many historical children we have, but they didn't tell us about June, the time we were in this country? Children. Ooh. Look, we don't have enough minutes. We got the time, but we don't have the minutes in the time.
Father time is the one.
All right, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Should we go to another video real quick and come forward?
Yes.
All right. Whatever video the operator wants to play, because I ain't saying it. Just play, operator, whatever video as you line up to play.
It's
Marshall Money time. So let's go to video. We're coming forward. We're never coming backward, are we?
None at all.
Forward forever, backward never.
Never.
Mash, 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 mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up the place, mash up the place, mash up the place, mash up the place. You can't want to wish me away, but I find the motherland here to stay with the power, the drums and the power, the word and the earth and the sky ain't moving from here. Yes, they want to wish me away, but the glory of Jah God is standing here. Like the rock and the sea and the sun, second to none. I ain't going away. Yes, I'm back for carnival, singing it out and festivals. Like a slave to the rhythm, I on the stage. Yes, they strictly back now. Me fans and them glad to see me. They jump they wrong in ecstasy. I take over the stage, the crowd in a rave. Then we mash up the place, mash up the place, mash up the place, mash up, mash up, mash up the place. You can't want to wish me away, but I find the motherland here to stay with the power, the drums and the power, the word and the earth and the sky ain't moving from here. Yes, they want to wish me away, but the glory of Jah God is standing here. With the rock and the sea and the sun, second to none. I ain't going away. The spirit of the drums inside of me, I'm better than temper be jumping. I have like pepper, tougher than leather. Even a tank cannot stop me. I come out to mash up the party, and all of the fans them there with me. If they can't take the pace, then get out the place. Cause we up in your face, up in your face, up in your face, up in your face, up in your face. Mash up the place, mash up the place, mash up, mash up, mash up the place. You can't want to wish me away, but I turn the motherland here to stay with the power, the drums and the power, the word and the earth and the sky ain't moving from here. Yes, they want to wish me away, but the glory of Jah God is standing here. Like the rock and the sea and the sun, second to none. I ain't going away. Up in your face, up in your face, up in your face, up in your face. Mash up the place, mash up the place, mash up, mash up, mash up the place. Mash up the place.
Wow. Mash up the place.
Real big.
Let me tell you something. I don't know why they call her vanilla. She look like dark chocolate to me, boy.
Whoa.
Ain't nothing vanilla but that, boy.
Doc, let me tell you this here, sir. And without even interruption, my wife, big up Mistress Washington.
All right. Big up Mr. Washington.
That is the chocolate. So big up yourself, same way as ice cream.
Yes.
But when I'm big enough, my Washington, chocolate and every single thing. All the hardest out there. Big up
Well, let me say, I got this one shout. Mr. Washington, I'll let you do the honor in this guy here, video production. Tell us about video production.
Well, the only thing we're talking about this video is Troy
Troy, yes.
Azor, and for most people who don't really know him, is one of the Forest Barn. There's one of the Forest Barn artists. Most people might know him as Troy, but he also is an engineer.
Wow.
He deals in music. He has his own artists. These guys do it. And if you remember the Irids band,
yes,
all of them are Forest Barn. That's the reason why the band was named Forest Barn.
Makes sense.
So tonight we promoting our own.
Yeah.
So Big up yourself anyway, that's right. we get your video shoot, every single thing, your transportation costs, and what's not on any promotion that you're dealing with, and you don't know, he's a part of Creator Family, because those guys are always there to support. And that's what we're talking about. We need to get more local artists involved, but to do the right thing.
Yes.
So that's the reason why I'm bigging up Troy on this one here. So big up yourself.
Yeah. Great man that.
Well, look at it, running down on time, folks. I tell you what, we never run out of time. You know why? Because we're always in it. We can run out of the minutes within the hour of the time. We can never run out of time.
And could I emphasize a little
Please
more?
do.
Time move fast and slow at the same time. if you can't get the one, I'm sorry for you. You're not dealing with time.
Well said. Okay, and I want to say this to you folks. Look, a program like this is so needed. I'll tell you why. Because when I talk to folks, they tell me, and I said, do you watch, like I do a television show on Friday afternoons at 5 o'clock. You're part of it. Yes, that's right. Bible quiz. And folks, for those folks who want to listen in, you want to really learn the Bible, you tune into this TV station here. Every Friday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Plus, they could be a part of the live
audience. And they could be a live audience. You want to be part of the live audience for this program and for all other programs like Dr. Haynes' program on Thursday night, Health and Healing, and the Bible quiz. You call these telephone numbers: 693-3388. 693-3388. You call those telephone, no, I call them numbers because it's more than one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You call those numbers and you will get yours truly, Dr. Yates, and I'll make arrangements with you of when you can come and make up the live audience. You don't have to pay to come into our program.
None at all.
It's free of charge. We give you that honor so you get a chance to be part of something. We're creating our story. They're calling his story. No, this is our story. Are you aware that this is the only television station in Guyana that has a live audience?
And it's safe?
Yes, and it's safe.
And it's safe.
And that's what it's so safe. And you know what? Let me say this real quick. I am fascinated over words, especially the etymology, the linguistics, and the tetragrammaton of words. You know how I spell live? L-H-I-V-E.
Okay.
And why would I spell it like that? Because you take away the L, what you have? Hive. Hive is the place that you dwell, which is the beehive. You get it? You put the L in front of it, what you get?
Live.
So don't tell me live and life is the same.
thing.
No, You get it? So folks, when you come down here, you're going to be on the LHIVE studio.
Yes.
Alive, because we are living. No dead folks up in here, all right? Can I get a witness, No. Ugly man, Chubby, let me hear what you have to say before we go off there, because we got 3 minutes.
I just like to, in closing, right? I would just like to encourage, as I said before, any youths. I'm talking to the youths directly, because you see what we're going on with the youths right now. A lot of them have gone astray, and it looked like there's no hope for them, but there's hope for you.
Yes.
And the first thing, you have to stay in school. Don't bother your friends them who will tell you, but yo, let me go and walk and and drop out of school early, and just because your parents might meeting them ends for sending you to school and so on, and you might be a good football player.
Yes.
But you stop go to school for play football. Now, ain't nothing wrong with playing football, sports in general. Ain't nothing wrong with playing sports, but make sure you stay in school. So mix the academic with the sport. Anything you want to do it, and just stay in school. Yeah.
Mr. Washington, thank you. Mr. Washington, let me ask this question, because how many sides a coin has?
Well, that sounds like a tricky question, but for me, I kind of 3 sides.
There's no trick to that. That is the answer I'm looking for. Compliment, Mr. Washington. There. Most people say 2. That's the trick. When you're saying 2, they forget the rim of the coin, the edge of the coin. So there are 3 sides to a story. It's not just 2 sides, his and her.
And when we deal with story, we deal with the truth.
But that's the rim. But the rim is the truth of the coin. Most time we miss out on that. The reason why I'm asking this question is because what Ugly Man, Chubby, just said is so needed for young people to hear and not hear. Okay? To what? ear and not here.
And I like
Well,
the
I
hairstyle, you know.
really get plenty here for my head, so.
Okay?
Well, none of us actually.
So let me say this. There's a flip side to what he's saying. Let me tell you, that I can tell from experience, there are a lot of students don't want to go to school because the curriculum is changed like in our time. In our time, school was fun. You run to school.
gosh.
Now,
I
it's a
could've
different atmosphere and environment. So what would be the alternative then for that student who is saying, you know what?
I don't want to go to school.
I don't want to go to school because I'm being abused in the classroom by teachers or by students or by whatever. So what is the alternative here, real quickly?
Well, for me, I wouldn't go to the social protection program. We use medium like these here. Because if I could recap, create a family, and it is out there, that say that if you don't have a qualification, you could come around us. Because we are here to teach. We want to learn. We want to learn. So don't think that we can't, you're not reachable. You come on board. We have something for you because remember now, we collaborate. We collaborate not with only companies, we collaborate with individuals. So we're looking for Mr. Fast, we're looking for Mistress Fast, we're looking for the person that could sing the, come on. It doesn't stop there because everybody can capacitate to learn at the same time, which means that we can write.
And the same way. And the same
Exactly,
way.
but
It's ridiculous, right?
yet still. So we would look for that, develop that talent, and that is what, that is all I would add to that.
Well, folks, I got to say this before I go real quickly. The numbers are 231-1820, 231-1820, WCTS Creator Family Group. Give them a call. Monday to Friday from 7 to 3, Saturdays 8 to 12. This is yours truly, Dr. Yates, who's been given the privilege and opportunity to host this program. And hopefully you'll see more of me on this program. Put the word out. We're giving you a reason now to watch television, especially on a Saturday night on this network. So long, Shalamti Al.
Great, thank you, Anna. Big up.
All the people in the house, are you ready for this? Hey, girl, shake your body if you're ready for this. Just move that booty if you're ready for this. Boom, bam, bam.
You can meet me at the party. You can bring your shorty. We'll be rolling in the party. Party's going all night long. Meet me at the party. You can bring your shorty. We'll be rolling in the party. Party's going all night long.
Rolling in the drop top, cruising in the Benz. So take me on the laptop, log me to your friends. So baby, when the fun stop, I take you to the end.
Bedroom excitement.
English meaning like how chilling and friends. So girl be screaming like her excitement. So me are the only king in the girls' resident. That's why me stand firm and me lend.
You can meet me at the party. You can bring your shorty. We'll be rolling in the party. Party's going all night long. Meet me at the party. You can bring your shorty. We'll be rolling in the party. Party's going all night long.
We showing a party, everybody hearty. If I tell my doggy, them and I'm a shorty. It's a plan of party, that one that can't pass me. Champagne popping, people chatting, everybody hearty. Egg off in a party, everybody hearty. If I tell my doggy, them and I'm a shorty. It's a plan of party, that one that can't pass me. Champagne popping, people chatting, everybody hearty. Shake that booty for me, baby. Rock that body for me, baby. Get slack in the party for me, baby. Wine and go down, girl, wine and come up back. Shake that booty for me, baby. Rock that body for me, baby. Get slack in the party for me, baby. Wine and go down, girl, wine and come up back.
Meet me at the party. You can bring your shorty. We'll be rolling in the party. Party's going all night long. Meet me at the party. You can bring your shorty. We'll be rolling in the party. Party's going all night long. Don't you know I know how party's going on over next door, and I got to go.
Rolling in the drop top, cruising in the Benz. So bring me on the laptop, log it to your friends. So maybe when the fun stop, I take it to my ends.
Bedroom excitement.
English meaning like how chilling and friends. So girl be screaming like her excitement. Me are the only king in the girls' resident. That's why me stand firm and me end.
Meet me at the party. You can bring your shorty. We will be rolling in the party. Party's going shorty.